I'm Amy Cherry. $120 million. That's how much the state is in the hole when it comes to Hurricane Irma cleanup. Dozens filled council chambers inside Palm Coast City Hall for a face-to-face with state officials, while local government representatives made their legislative pleas. County Commissioner Donald O'Brien said the two hurricanes that hit in the last year have caused extensive damage, and they need help.
The county had to borrow $6.5 million to match state and federal funding, and we're financing that over 13 years. So we're looking for an additional $5 million, hopefully with no match, to supplement the funding that we've already gotten to provide to repair our dams.
They'd also love funding for a new stormwater drainage system in flood-prone parts of the Hammock. Palm Coast Mayor Melissa Holland asked for help in getting $5 million to widen Old Kings Road, calling it a safety issue. She also stressed the need for federal hurricane relief money.
We are still yet to receive reimbursement dollars from Matthew. We had an emergency management fund that was completed in excess of $3.5 million. So we're waiting for those reimbursement dollars, coupled with that with our Irma issue. So anything you can do to help expedite those conversations.
The area is still owed nearly $4 million in Matthew relief funds. State Senator Travis Hudson.
I know the FEMA Matthew issue is an important issue. I know all counties and cities that I represent are having some struggles, and we're working through that to try to expedite that for you. There should be some money coming down soon. Probably not going to be all of it, but we're going to keep fighting that for you.
State Rep Paul Renner cautions budgetary challenges lie ahead.
Of course, with the hurricanes, we're now hundreds of millions of dollars in deficit for sure, with a lot of new needs that are very critical here and now kind of needs that I'm sure we'll talk about today that we're going to be focused on separately in the House. The Senate is working through separate committees with respect to hurricane issues.
Hudson added he filed to ensure Flagler County gets funding for a second judge.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
A decade low, Flagler County's unemployment rate has dropped to 3.9%. That's down nearly a full point from August. The drop surprised economists who thought the area could see the effects of Hurricane Irma, which interrupted the daily way of life for some businesses for practically 2 weeks. The state as a whole saw its unemployment rate drop by 0.2%. That's in line with the nation's unemployment rate. Flagler County's workforce also rose by more than 500 last month, one of the strongest one-month increases in the post-recession era. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office hosted a follow-up domestic violence summit 3.5 months after a kickoff summit was initiated by Sheriff Rick Staley. Peter Killeen has more.
Staley told those on hand at the Hilton Garden Inn in Palm Coast that the news on the domestic violence front is not all good. He says since the summit kickoff in June, they've dealt with a domestic violence-related homicide. And he says he expects reports of domestic violence to go up before they go down.
I believe the victims now know that we're serious about domestic violence, and they know that they have a community that will support them, from the Family Life Center to the Sheriff's Office to the prosecutors.
Sergeant Christopher Ragazzo, Education Chair, says the solution to domestic violence in the county isn't simply law enforcement based.
It's fine to arrest everybody, but if you're not going to change the behavior, you're just going to have the revolving door. So we have to, as a community, do something to change the behavior so that we don't have the revolving doors of arresting people and they just come back out and then we're going back at it again.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Peter Killeen.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office says a 26-year-old man has been charged with the thefts of 7 stolen trailers that were recovered last week in Bunnell. John Arking has the details.
Kelly Ryan Campanella was arrested Friday evening and charged with 4 counts of grand theft over $300. Authorities say that Campanella's truck was seen on surveillance video entering a storage facility in Palm Coast and then leaving with a trailer that was later reported stolen. A subsequent investigation indicated Campanella was responsible for multiple thefts of trailers from storage facilities and properties in Flagler County. He was booked into the Flagler County Detention Facility and released on a $10,000 bond. Additional suspects may be identified as the investigation continues. John Arking, Flagler's Morning News.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.